But they wanted to do local work. And so she's opening pickleball, out in Conway.
Okay.
And then all of that money is gonna be raised to help this charity. I'm back for contact with mine through digital marketing. And that was through my connected networking group. And it sounded like a great story.
Yeah.
But I love meeting everyone.
No. Yeah.
All right, so I've got your presentation.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Jim, our president. You'll, we'll go through the whole song and dance and then, Lisa, are you gonna introduce? Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to show you, so you don't need
Oh, I got your
Okay.
Should be all set.
Thank you.
Yeah. Got fuzzy. Yeah.
All right, man.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on? How's gang? Everybody doing all right?
Everybody's good. Yeah.
How old now?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Be busy.
I was trying to make sure town.
Got three
LED
apples.
hazards.
Gotta get the other
You
two.
didn't get elected, that's good.
I got that one.
Organization was called Pride
Right.
Dance.
Yeah, that right.
Yeah. That was Rotary. She's lovely. Really good work. So glad it's like- Right, because 6,000 is more than one person.
The average for family is 4.
Right.
That's what I get to die.
Thank you.
Everybody else, other people coming as well. Or no, or no, they provide all of it for that location. Whoever they right? Even just 6,000 families.
So.
I mean, I know that like 24,000, but it's actually probably important. Because
We have a whole chapter.
Right.
So we have meeting down there.
wow.
Started chatting about having executives, right, and so putting them in. And
I don't believe, I do not start.
they're still.
Yeah, but you don't. Do you need to join those other chapters? Start the chapters as part of the coalition. Right.
That's how I did it. So that makes sense. So.
Yeah, but I can't start yet.
Yeah.
Maybe later, maybe my next chapter.
Just. It could be.
Help in lots of different ways. Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Wanted to do information. Drop off. Box with we could do that at like Brian's work location. Right, he works for his son.
I knew I was freaking something. What that looks like is we got our shirt. And maybe like these.
Right.
And what's in ours. And good job. One, two, and yeah, I mean, whoever wants to do it, they can. No, now, that's something you ask Kobe.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Would be great for all those companies. I have a membership. Yeah.
That makes sense. Like.
Like I could do it with all of mine, but I'm not as a location.
Whatever. So. This way.
Right. Well, I'm thinking about. Storage.
Like there are killers?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Assistant governor.
Right, that's what we need.
Well, I mean. It's not one, it's not.
Been a busy month.
You gotta go when you.
Sorry, right.
So I know. Tiffany. So. Yeah. Okay.
What's it be?
No, well, I never asked them. But I reached out to just for. So I didn't know.
I can also ask Noelle, because Noelle does the scout seller also, she's in my network. Right.
But they can make a sense.
Yeah.
Just, you gotta be.
So, zero to drive, this drive would have to take place.
Sometimes September. We'll have to go through it. What is what I did. Things there we pay for, right? But they're really good. So, yeah. Great college. That makes sense.
If I have somebody. Where do I send it to you? Do I send it to you? Not.
Yeah, so like me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
they
okay.
donated, us.
Right.
There's, it depends on what they want to do.
You need to determine where you're gonna take care of that.
Yeah, because I will. All around.
Where, when he goes by.
Yeah.
I had been trying to our partner once, and I hired an assistant. Now she's so there's still a lot that I'm wanting to do, but.
So, tell me more about this. They're like contributing.
No, I hired them as contractors.
Okay, so.
So I paid them. Like, the only ones that. In this last section, she did a great job at me, time and ever, and she wanted anybody who wants to write, we do a little interview, I'm sure that that's writing skills. But, yeah, writers, and want to write articles for us, right? And then, with deadlines, of course, we're also responsible for like if you need changes that we got to.
Yes, so see, I know. Never before.
Which one?
Seal that.
Oh. Oh, got it. Her and Nick have,
So. We're getting started.
Justin. All right, let's go ahead and get started. For visitors and guests, my name is Jim Farmer. I'm president of the Double Women Rotary Club. And this is a really big day for us. This is the first meeting of the 50th year of the Double Women Rotary. Today's invocation and pledge of allegiance will be offered by the one and only Pete Barnhart. Thank you, Jim. Let us pray. To our Creator, thank you for the privilege to pray in our own personal religions. This mid-July day, really thank you for the sunlight and the rain. Together, they cause our crops to grow, thrive, and provide meals in our near future. Bless the 1.25 million Rotarians throughout the world, performing service above self. Thank you for the food served today. We all say, Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. It's here. So I believe we have one visitor today. I'll just introduce him myself. Our district governor, or assistant district governor. Please stand up and tell us something about it.
Hi, guys, I'm the assistant governor for your club, and glad to have be here. Sorry I missed the installation. I know Heiser has been involved, but guys doing a great job. Glad to be here and excited for your new year. Be great.
Thank you. Anybody with announcements, please make their way forward. Do you have any announcements today? Well, I'll make one, okay, then.
I'll make
one of the consequences of the new schedule is that we have to make announcements early we usually would, so. We're trying to have a community service project every month. This month, we'll be doing both a Rotary and a community service project in conjunction with Impact Club. So Impact Club has scheduled their community service project on July 25th at 5:30 at Steve's office, 400 West Wilson Bridge Road, Suite 100. And we have 5:30, and we'll be packing basically kits for people that are staying at Ronald McDonald House. So I think that's a worthy project, and it's something that we all can make an impact there and fellowship with our fellow Rotarians, both in this club and in the Impact Club. And I'm announcing now because after all, with new schedule, our next meeting will just be the day before, that'll be a short notice, you will see. So you're now aware of it. Thank you.
For anybody who don't know, the gentleman who introduced himself before is Mr. Dave Lewis, so glad to have you. Well, one announcement I'd like to make is that last week we entered the International Committee entertained a group from Romania, and it was a very interesting experience, and I hope that several of you got to participate in that, and next time around, hopefully more of you will. It was an awkward time, I realize, right around the 4th of July, so that was unfortunate.
Jim,
Yeah.
could I just say that I wanted to thank, well, Wynn and I wish to thank the Chapmans, the Allens, Jim Millers, and also Wynn for hosting for those 3 days. It was a very good event, and we're very thankful for the participation of our club members in that activity.
Now, these are, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I forgot about an announcement from your foundation. Your foundation's awesome. We help people. I think since the last time I said anything, we helped 3 or 4 families, all with rent. Remember that our maximum contribution this year to assist somebody is $1,000. Most of them are looking for that and more. So we're working with other community organizations to help make the difference. Jimmy Allen's been doing an amazing job. As frustrating as he gets with me, in helping people through the resource pantry. If you have extra money or you need to get money out of your IRAs without tax, please think of your foundation and thank you.
And that leads us to our sergeant today, which is Mr. Ken Garrett.
Okay, Ken.
As always, I appreciate the applause, but that's not gonna help. Volunteer to carry the pot? Do I have a volunteer?
Kicker is gonna go on top.
I got 5 or 6 people want to do it.
Yeah.
And I'll start by putting some happy dollars in.
Good for you.
I'm gonna put in I'll put in 5 because there's so many things I'm happy about. I can't even remember them all. The first of it is that after a year of messing around, I got my CDL for the task force. Task force also has another certified dog. Heather certified one of her dogs from Canine Companions for Independence. What a great organization. If you've never heard of it, I'm happy to tell you more. And then I have $100 to the foundation because I have a granddaughter.
Anybody else? Any other happy dollars?
All right,
I'm trying to get my money for it.
all right.
How do you?
I'll have 2. One because my wife on Monday celebrated her birthday. And one because I got to see my just under 1-year-old nephew son from the West Coast last week. So we have it now.
Great. I'm gonna put in $1 because I just realized when Al said he had a new granddaughter, that having a new granddaughter is a heck of a lot better than having a new daughter.
At your age especially.
John?
Wait till I tell your daughter that you said that.
Especially if it's not a mercy.
So I have a 5 because this is a great day for me. It is my first official day, I guess, of not being the current president, but the past president.
Already.
Alan,
Ken, I'd like to put in 5 in celebration of the fact that in the last year and a half, our son has gone through alcohol rehab and he just got his new hip last week and he's doing very, very well. Walked on it 5 hours after surgery. It's just amazing what happens now. So we think he's in very good position.
anybody else need to go?
So, we've been getting a lot of interest in our club through our website, and a gentleman came today that I've been talking to as a potential guest. His name is Matt Bianco. He couldn't stay, but when I got here, Dave Hansen handed me his card and an envelope. I had no idea what was in the envelope. So, I opened it and I'm gonna put $250 in the pot because that's what was in here, the $250 check to our club. I'm gonna give it to Jerry to deposit for the foundation before somebody changes their mind, so I'm happy about that.
That should be yummy.
I also put in a happy dollar because my son turned 8 on Saturday.
Well, for $250, I hope this gentleman is welcome to come back and get a free lunch. Rightfully so. Anybody else?
I want to amplify, Dave and I's thing with, the Romanians. If you, get time to trade conversations with somebody from another country and learn how they do things, it was just a marvelous experience.
Nice.
Any other? We went on vacation to North Carolina and I survived a high-speed hike in the mountains with our son.
Any others? A lot of you guys are already up to your $3 maximum, Pete. What do you got?
Again, I went out at 5:30 this morning to the CMH, to John Glenn Airport, dropped Judy off for the next 10 days. She's going to our home in Sarasota. For the past 3 years, and this is the 4th, because of Oregon fires and Oregon smoke in those fires, with lack of rain, which is part of that. Our daughter from Ashland, Oregon, it's 10 miles on Interstate 5 from the California border, going into Oregon. It's just, there's a lot of damage out there last 4 years. Judy just said 4 years ago, well, just moved our place for 10 to 12 weeks. They'll be down there. She's going to visit for 10 and have fun with it.
Fantastic. I hope everybody are out soon. I intend to go to Oregon in October to visit my sister. We hope to go to the Oregon Ohio State game. And has anybody seen face value for tickets for that game?
Yeah, how much?
$290. Wow. It's gotten out of hand. A little bit of history and I'll get out of your way. On this day in history, in 1938, a pilot finished a 91-hour flight around the world. Who was it? Who was that pilot? What's your final answer, group?
What's the year?
1938. Amelia Earhart, is that your final answer?
No. That's
It's a buck for everybody. It was Howard Hughes. All right. Do we have any tennis? We have a tennis player and fan here. Any other tennis fans or players in the group? Because ever since Federer retired, I don't know who these people are.
No.
Is there a tennis player or fan in the room they can name 2 of the 4 women's semifinalists. Because until I looked this up, I couldn't have got one.
Eastern Europeans.
Yeah.
And 3 of the 4 are.
That's correct.
And it's kind of interesting that all 3 are at least 5'10", if not 6 feet tall. Anybody know 2 of the 4 women's semifinals?
Bill Lee is one of them.
Who? There you go. That's one. That's one.
I'm telling you.
He's 5'3". Don't ask me why I noticed that. Jasmine Paolini, you got one? Does anybody have another?
Bill Lee. Bill Lee.
Who?
Never mind. He's making up names. SBIT, something.
Sounds like you've given up. It's another buck if you haven't already maxed out.
I was cheering for Emma Carroll.
Barbara Krejcikova. Right. Elena Rybakina. And Donna Becky. I probably butchered all 3 names, are all Eastern Europeans. Finally, and this is my weak attempt at my best Jerry Katz imitation. Columbus is in the top 10 cities, I just read this morning, for real estate agents. So at the risk of sounding like Jerry, if you've ever been a real estate agent, bought or sold real estate in Franklin County, Ohio, throw in $1, have a nice week.
We are graced today with the presence of 2 of our all-stars for this year. First of all, I'd like to introduce you to Emily Biondo, who is our our Rotarian of the year. And we are also graced with the presence of our Rookie of the Year, Lisa Frederico, who will now introduce our speaker.
Okay, so today we are going to hear from Brian Wollenberg. He is the founder and president of the Byron Saunders Foundation. They're a 501c3 nonprofit organization that was established in 2002. Their mission is to provide Thanksgiving meals to families in need in Central Ohio and surrounding counties, regardless of race, status, or religion. Each year, they count on the generous support of our community to help them reach their goal. And this year, the goal is to make sure at least 6,000 families will share a meal together at Thanksgiving. So at this time, I'll introduce you to Brian Wollenberg.
Thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
Stand by.
So, again, I'm Brian Wollenberg, and, I started this foundation in 2002, but it was actually in 1997 when I actually founded it even before it became a nonprofit. And it was 1997, and that was just a Thanksgiving project. But a lot had to do with my parents. They were involved in an organization called David Paul, and they included me and my sisters at a young age, when I was 5 or 6, in giving back. So that's where the passion, and even so, I just turned 50, and I just love to be able to give back, and I love what Rotary stands for, service before, or yes, there we go, yeah. So, and I just became a Rotary. I just joined the Western Sunrise Rotary Group too. So, I was then in Canal Winchester, and I was involved in Rotary, worked with that club for about 5-6 years, but re-engagement, and Rotary is just so awesome. You go to different clubs and just see the impact. It's really awesome. So, this is me when, just a little personal. So I'm 50. Um, I've lived in Canal Winchester for 47 years. And, my parents, my mother passed away in 2004. My dad passed away this past month. So, but he's 87. So, but that picture on the left, that is my favorite picture because that's when my sisters were just in the 70s, the outfits they would wear. I just love that picture. And that's me in high school. So again, how it all started when I was 23, and it started out of a bar in Groveport. So I don't know if you're familiar with Groveport at all, but there's a place called First Cabin. And my mother was a school teacher for 20 years with Groveport, and so this lady though, Marty Muncie, she owned First Cabin, and she also had a Groveport Christmas adopted family base. And the school teachers for Groveport would provide the names for, let's say, 100 families that they would support for the adopted family. So I got to know her pretty well. That was probably about 95 maybe. And she's like, why don't you have this passion, why don't you start a new Christmas, why don't you start something at Thanksgiving? And that's where it all started. We support 50 families and went to the local Kroger. We bought different, turkey and all the fixings, all that stuff. So it was really impactful seeing this lady do what she did, but out of a bar. So you can create it anywhere. And some of the most, what's kind of funny is I look back, some of the most generous people, it's kind of sarcastic, but some of the most generous people, when they've had a couple drinks, they could give you more money than that. So in also 1997, I worked at a place called Coca-Cola on the southeast side. It's off of Groves Road, and I was there for a year and a half. And Byron Saunders was my second shift supervisor. In mid-98, I left for a more better paying job. And my supervisor for that year and a half was Byron Saunders, and got to know him very well. And I don't know if you, working a second shift job can be so up and down. You're coming from the morning could be great, and you go to work, and it's terrible. So it was just, he always made it worth going to work. And in 99, he died in a car accident. So when we started the foundation, we got the 501c3 in 2002, we named it after him. And never look back at that. It was a good decision, but you just never know the impact that somebody could have in your life, even for that year and a half, especially at your most, job, work, whatever. And he meant a lot to me, and so that's why we named it after him. The first couple of years, 97, 98 too, he supported like delivering meals and that kind of stuff. I don't know if I'll get to this slide yet, maybe I'm going to ahead of time, but what was really neat was the delivery part when we would deliver meals, let's say, because when we started out, we get the names from we're school teachers too. And so, back in 97, let's say you're coming from Worthington and you're volunteering in Groveport, and we would go like Groveport, OPEX, Lawform, et cetera. They didn't have GPS. So what we would do is we print like 50 maps, and they would be like, you gotta go over here, go to Groveport Road to Allen Creek, whatever. So it was real, and I didn't know the back roads then either. So it was really interesting to get somebody coming from Dublin, Worthington, wherever people volunteer, come and try to, get them to know the area. So it's kind of really interesting. these are just some stats that, 11.5% of families in Ohio experience food insecurity. Half of them have to skip meals because they can't afford food. From April to September 23, Ohio food pantries serve 1.3 million visitors each month. Now, I will say that inflation has played a big part in food and the cost because of everything. And it's really, you could go to Kroger, Giant Eagle, but I will tell you, I do it, just me, but I do a lot of my shopping at Aldi. Love Aldi, do a lot there, and I save, but it's a matter of, you can't find good deals, you just gotta go look for one. I would recommend just not shopping at one if you've got the time, but you can find good deals at Aldi or sale prices, but you just have to go to more, just, do shopping. It takes time, but things are just so expensive. Like if someone gives me a $20 gift card at Kroger, Giant Eagle, it's going to be, so like now, what we do is we'll give, each family we give a box of non-perishable, but we also give them a $20 gift card. That $20 gift card, and it just goes so fast. So the average meal that we give to a family is about $50 worth. But even a couple years ago, I'd say the average would, during the same products would be $45. So it's probably could be more than that, but that's what we kind of have gone by. Our impact last year was 6,000 families. So like I said, each family gets a box of non-perishables and a $20 gift card. And it's about $50 worth. How do there's in 24, our goal this year is 7,000. Couple things. How we find those families, we work with different food pantries, different agencies that already, that's their wheelhouse. So we work with Nick, with the food pantry, we work with Warren, Gren, to agencies downtown, social workers, and they come get the food that they distribute because they know the clients on a personal basis. What does 6,000, 7,000 families at Thanksgiving look like? So let's say the average family is about 3.5, 4 per family. So you're looking at this 6 times 4 is 24,000. So you're looking at 4,000 more than what Shopping Center sold out, or 4,000 more in Nationwide Arena. That's what that looks like from a visual standpoint of what 24,000 people look like. So it's pretty awesome to go to a Blue Jackets game and see this arena. That's the effect that, thank God, that this foundation has had on what a visual looks like. So even that gives me feedback to different things. So we do have some other counties too. So like last year, you're looking at 7,500, so about 1,500 more in some other counties that we created. What does that look like? That's kind of maybe like Rupp Arena, that's what Kentucky, about 30,000 people sold out. That's what that looks like on Thanksgiving Day that we support. So there's nothing to do. I don't look at it as, what we are doing is a gift that we'll be able to do it. So that's the whole key. And it's, again, that's why I love Rotary's. It's service before help, it's service before self, sorry. I love that. That's just that everything thing. So like I said, it costs $50 to be a family of 4. Just some statistics that I was just going over and what that looks like. So I go shopping pretty much every day or every other day. I'm going to Aldi, picking up stuff, because if you're looking at 7,000 families, that's 14,000 green beans, 14,000 corn, 7,000 desserts, 7,000 cranberry sauce or fruits. So it's and like where to put that, storage. And so just, yeah, it's really a lot, but it's so worth it. And to see you're working all year for that result in November. And, there's relationships and that people are counting on you. So it's a blessing to be able to do it every day. So even, Thanksgiving Day, it's like, okay, we celebrate Thanksgiving, we're ready for the next, the good deals could be the next day or the next month or two. So things are, they're trying to get their, inventory down. So as long as they're good for the next year, it's constant shopping. So again, these are some of the, counts or what we are collecting. And so it's just not all about buying, but we used to just do food drives. But that, and so we used to do just food drives and then go buy what's in it again. Now, as a leader, I'm thinking, no, that's not gonna work. You're buying upfront, then you're doing the food drives are kind of like the fill-ins, and then buying even more. So, we have maybe about 70, 80 different food drives from different people around the area. Could be corporations, could be businesses, could be church organizations, anyone that wants to do a food drive. So it's really fun to see what people collect, give people a chance. Could be a younger person and volunteering with their family. And these are just some pictures of myself, just again, reiterating that I go shopping every day just about, or, but it takes that to get the result in November and seeing what prices are. And, Walmart, they've got some good deals too. So it's just a matter of what supports you, what works for you. And so, but it takes time to get those results. These are just some pictures of what that looks like. Some of these are my basement to a place off Billingsley Road that where someone's letting us use the space, but it's gotta be temperature controlled. It can't be just in the garage. It's gotta be in a temperature control if you're storing it for any amount of time. And our board has made a decision where anything that we get, we want it to be that year after Thanksgiving or good till Thanksgiving and on, not anything before. It's not like if someone gave us something in September that's bad. It's just, we want to make sure that, people ask, what can I donate this can? Well, my experience is if you don't want it, then you probably shouldn't donate it. But if it's okay with you, then it's good. But, so we try to make everything to where we're giving them something that's in date, so that's where, but if someone gives us a donation of spaghetti or and it's September 2024, we give it to the food pantry. But we do use other items, not just Thanksgiving. And that's like, miscellaneous, we call it. So there's all the items like corn, green beans, stuffing, and potatoes are great. They're the most supportive, but the spaghettis, the, macaroni and cheese, etc. Those are all good too, because honestly, they need support Thanksgiving, they probably need support after too. These are just some pictures of prepared boxes, and we get boxes donated to do food drives, and it's really awesome to see people come volunteer. We've done it, and what that looks like is in November, we have a Rotary group of 15 or 20, and last year we were in Groveport, we've been in Clintonville, we've been in Dublin. So it's just a matter of where we can find space, and not storage space, but the space where volunteers will come. And it's usually about a month process. And also the distributors that will distribute the food, they come get it at that same location. Just some pictures again of, we have 100, partner organizations who distribute the boxes to those in need, so that, again, would be something like Warm, Worthington to all over Central Ohio. We have our main fundraising event coming up August 23rd, which is going to be at Villa Milano, called Dance with the Stars. We've had, people, some names that you might know, Mindy Dreyer to, Ron Stokes to, Matthew Herchick, Channel 4. So we've had some people that are stars, but a star to me is not necessarily somebody that's a TV person. It could be someone that's networking, they want to dance. But what's really cool is to see them go through this process, and it could be 6 to 8 weeks, and then that night that they just they've raised money for the foundation, but more importantly, just really put their all in for learning how to dance or getting back into that. So that's a big fundraiser for us. It's a lot of fun, and how you can help. It's not always about monetary. There's so many things where time or space could be, or a food drive, attendance with the stars. But I would tell you that it's a lot of fun to volunteer in packing and distributing, it really is. So you can deliver meals, but volunteer packing with 10, 15, 20 people is fun. And last year we did it in Groveport. So I know it's a little ways from here, but it's worth the drive, really is. And so there's a lot of ways to get involved. If anybody's interested, just let me know. But just appreciate your time. Any questions?
You may have said this, but what the families that you give food to, is there a geographic limit or mostly Gulfport area? Or-
It's all Central Ohio. So go all the way up to, we have a chapter in Delaware. We have a chapter in Richland County, all the way up there too. But we go all the way southern to Muskegon County. So, and we go to Lincoln County. Yep. So, but it's I'll give you an example. So last year we helped Worthington or Westerville. We give them 85 meals. That's about a $4,000 investment into that food pantry. With the $20 gift cards and the monetary and the non-perishables, that's the investment we're doing for their food pantries. And then that's money that they can use hopefully for Christmas time. Instead of having all that burden on them, there's ways where we can support them and have those relationships. Any other questions?
Yeah, what would you say is the breakdown between donated items versus items that you guys have to purchase?
I'll give you an example. So like, let's say corn and green beans. I've already purchased probably close to 7,000 of each. So, but it's hard to predict because if I can get 15 or 20 more people or businesses to do food drives, that will reduce the cost. Then I will have, let's say, we have green beans that can switch over to cranberry sauce. And people will keep in contact with us in mid-October, early November, saying, what is your most needed item? So there's the items we will have to purchase. So it's literally getting to know what the process is early, and then and planning it and keeping a good eye on what what you have, what you don't, and knowing, okay, I need more gift cards, I need more corn, I need more, but it's hard to, I would say, like, I wouldn't buy them more than 8,000, because that gives 6,000, say, so it's really it's ongoing.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it's gonna give.
Yeah.
So,
So how would individuals or groups get involved with your organization?
so I would say, volunteering is powerful. It really is powerful for getting people to do a food drive. So, and know that like people like Warren and Worthington Food Pantry and Nick, we're not competition. We're trying to collaborate and do the best we can to support the people of recipients in our society, in our neighborhoods. And, so volunteering is very powerful. It could be like, spreading the word about food drives, really good. So, and knowing that we're all trying to support, serve for self. Thank you.
Now I have a raffle. Mr. Kittredge, are you gonna run the raffle for us? He's getting instructions on how to run the raffle.
Weekly 26, 542 on the way.
Okay, get somebody to pick.
Sorry, I did. Or like that.
Always does.
7108.
Is that you, bro?
Oh,
It is her.
oh, come on.
Come on.
All right, well, you have to pick now.
Okay, play.
I guess so.
Yes.
Okay, please stand and, join me in the forward test. On behalf of all the things we think, say, and do, first. Second. Third. And fourth. We are adjourned.
Yeah, I think there are.
That's where.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think there will be.
But we can do it here, right? And they're already coming, so why don't we do that?
I've been watching it carefully for months.
So that one might be hard to. But certainly.
Well, so are you done planning trips for a while?